This episode is part 3 out of 3 episodes from my 2,500 nautical miles non-stop sail from Port Vila Vanuatu to Samlaki, Indonesia. A challenging sail through the cyclone zone during cyclone season. Some say it's crazy, some even say it's impossible. Crossing the Arafura Sea, I have something that constantly takes the fish I have hooked. Experienced the explosive weather this region is famous for, and even got my much loved code ripped to pieces. Not a good day at work. I have a few things to sort out here. I get some messages like, wasn't it boring to be alone on New Year's Eve and Christmas? And you know what? When you're out here, days like that doesn't matter. I mean, you don't care about it. It's irrelevant. So what's relevant is what kind of weather you have, and also, yeah, that everything works, including me. Yeah. So yeah, this looks good. Join me as I'm sailing around the world on Be Free, a Bavaria 55 cruiser. Another ship there. It's almost like gives me a flashback to Panama. I don't know why. Maybe all the ships and this color of the water. What an epic night! It's New Year's Eve and I'm basically flying. Finally got some wind. This is, it feels almost a little bit, I don't know. It's shallow water and I'm going 8.5 knots right now, and that's because I have also 2.5 knots of currents with me. So I timed it well, a little bit luck also, and then received a lot of wind. So this is nothing but a gift from above. And I'm out of the shipping lane. I'm still within the Australian economic zone, which is a good idea, because outside of the shipping lane and outside of all these fishing vessels, because this is still Australian territory and it's a no fishing zone. And that means I'm gonna take the opportunity of getting some sleep, because now I'm seriously tired. How is it possible to start a new year better? I'm in a new ocean, I'm pointing towards a new continent, and it's a new year. I mean, how can you better get a description of a blank canvas ready to be painted in as a metaphor of what I'm doing right now? It's amazing. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And I'm talking about the convergence zone, and you see now I'm getting closer to equator again, and you can see it's not much sun. And up there is Papua New Guinea. And I see every night a lot of lightning strikes on that side, and I think I will see even more now, getting closer. So, and I expect actually where I come in Indonesia, where I clear in, I'm gonna be very warm and basically a little bit like Panama climate wise. So it's gonna be interesting for sure, and then I will see where I go next. I think Indonesia is, if I don't remember wrong, it's one of the nations in the world with the highest number of islands. So it's for sure a lot to explore. It's gonna be amazing. But now I'm gonna take some power naps. This is a long sail, and it have for sure taken a long time only to get here. and I still have close to 700 nautical miles to go. To give you the feeling and even the sound I'm surrounded with, I thought it could be a good idea to just share this beautiful moment in its purest form with you. Quite fast sailing the entire day, but the wind is coming down again. Still pretty decent compared to actual wind speed. And here you can see the power in this sail, flying 6 to 7 knots in only 9 to 12 knots of wind. Normally B3 sails too fast for enjoying fishing. Or more precise, the speed is not the biggest problem in itself. It's the time it takes to stop the boat, to haul in the catch, that's the main problem. Either the line breaks or something bigger eats my catch before I get it on board. And now I think I know why and what it is that's stealing my catch the last days. This is so cool. Of course, I'm clicked in. It's adjusted so I cannot fall overboard. So the swim platform is lowered, but with a little bit angle, and I'm watching sharks. I have a bunch of sharks that been following me for, I think, since yesterday, and it's so fascinating. So I even rigged the GoPro on my old mooring stick to see if I can manage to make some videos underwater. But there are many. I'm gonna do a shot. I'm gonna try to use the mooring stick and see if I can make a video. I'm still trying to sail. It goes so slow. It's no wind, so enjoying coffee and some water nature experience. It's unbelievable. I mean, this is such a beautiful day, and so no hurry. But it's so typical, isn't it? When you prepare to make some video, they all go, ah, there he comes. Big one. There is a few one that's quite big. I don't know what kind of sharks they are, but some of them are quite big. And I'm outside of north of Australia, so I know they have some really badass sharks here. It's even a bay called Sharks Bay, and it was a reef not that far away from here. That was the Shark Tooth Reef. So yeah, I guess they are familiar with sharks around here. I'm not jumping in the water here, that's for sure. At least not now. I have never in my life experienced such a lively ocean. Anything from gigantic tunas, dolphins and sharks. And they all circling me, giving the best ocean experience ever. It's crazy, they're circling around me still. Even the dolphins seems to just hang around for days, only to keep me company. Normally these creatures are too playful to hang around if it's not going fast enough. is my last apple. So the fruit and veggie market in Vanuatu was absolutely amazing. I never ever had so much fruit and vegetables on board that last for so long. And it's 19 days since I left Vanuatu and it's still fresh. And it's amazing. Natural, fresh and long-lasting vegetables and fruit. Thank you, Vanuatu. I love you guys. I can see some seriously bad weather approaching, and this is not the weather to have my big sail flying. So it's time to furl it in and prepare to stow it away. I have in earlier episodes explained the big flaws and dangers with the Selden furling system, as it tends to unfurl itself. This is the reason why I always after use take it down after it's furled and put it in its bag. I had it already furled in and secured and preparing to drop the coal down into the bag, while a reversal wind of 40 knots came without any warning straight on my nose. I was expecting this to be bad, but not so fast and not from east, and my code unfurled itself at the masthead and downwards. Not a good day at work. Man, this storm came from nowhere. And my code was secured and it just fly up and unfurl itself. And with 40 knots of wind, the halyard of course snapped, and this is the result. I started my engine and instantly tried to turn around and avoid this, as my strategy in case of problems is always to just ditch the sail. This is why my halyards for my light wind sails are 2 times longer than needed. It's easier and safer to pick the sail up from the ocean than have a knockdown, mast failure or a mess like this. But it all went so fast and the halyard snapped even before I can turn B free around to ditch the sail. I spent lots of time in the early morning until sunrise trying to sort out things and to limit the damages to my sail. But it's ripped in pieces in so many places. It's a serious, sad and costly event. I'm not even sure if it's worth having a sail off to look at my most loved sail. I guess it's the same attitude to have about light wind sails as flying drones above the ocean. If you're not prepared to lose it, you should not be flying it. But this annoys me a lot, and I'm trying to reflect if there was anything I could have done different or better. I obviously knew about the flaws with the furling system and have been dreaming about a different solution for a long time. I have to do something. I mean, light wind sailing is an art form, that's for sure. And when you don't have any light wind sails anymore, it's definitely a challenge. And just to keep the general flying, I think I would need to replace the sheets with some light wind sheets, because the weight is affecting the sail in this light wind. But at least I'm doing 3 knots. That's very good. That means 5 more days. Not much going on here today. I can promise you I was tempted to just start the engine at this point, knowing I would only spend 30 hours to reach my destination instead of anything between 5 and 7 days. But my goal was to do this without using my engine, except for emergency maneuvers. And so far I have less than 1 engine hour in total since pulling up my anchor in Vanuatu, so I can't give up yet. It's not going fast. Being in the most explosive region weather-wise, big and frequent changes in weather is to be expected, and I have one squall releasing the others constantly from different directions, giving me lots of work with the sails, but at least I'm making good progress now. The last 370 nautical miles went much faster than my GPS calculated it to be. Originally it said 5 more days, but with these speeds and constantly squalls thrown at me, I reached Indonesian waters in less than 1.5 days. The fastest sail on this entire 2,500 miles long sail. So it's 4:30 in the morning and I just anchored and it's sunrise around 5:30, and this is so lucky. So I did tie up my boat a little bit, and I even did the dishes. So normally I don't have this much, but the last day was so much wind and so much waves and tacking, so it was not so easy to do anything, so I had to save it until I had my anchor down. But I know it's gonna be a lot of people coming and visiting and inspecting my boat, so I like to have it a little bit nice. I heard rumors from other friends that have been here before that it's quite a time-consuming procedure, and also a lot of back and forth and back and forth. So let's see how it goes. But man, I'm tired. It's the last 12 hours no sleep, because basically it was a lot of wind change, and I had to tack my way to get here. And also getting close to the island, a lot of fisher boats with no AIS and no navigation lights, nothing, and suddenly I see a flashlight, someone indicating, hey, I'm here. And yeah, it's not so easy to see a tiny little fishing boat, so it's sort of a nightmare to get in here, but I managed. And yeah, as you can see, I'm dead tired, so I'm gonna take 2 hours and then try again and see if I can get any success with the quarantine officers and start the check-in. Normally I would love to just go to sleep now for like 12 hours or so, but I know often you have to start the procedure right away. That's one of the nightmares being a solo sailor after a long hard sail, to start all this paperwork right away. No mercy. So, but now I'm gonna have a little bit sleep. I'm so tired. This is nuts. It's a bit rolly here, so, but anyway. Oh, you know, I have not seen this bed. I have not seen this bed for 30 days. Oh, it's gonna be so nice to just sleep here. Not outside, no alarm, just, well, 2 hours. Oh, peace out. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. Make sure to hit that notification bell not to miss the next chapters in this adventure. A special thanks to all my patrons that makes it possible for me to upload these videos. Much love from me on Be Free.